A very good morning to you. Welcome to Money and Technology. My name is Wangui Ngugi, and in today's show, we'll be talking about accounts and financing. What are these things about? When we hear the word balance sheet, invoice, we get confused and we wonder, what is all this about? Well, in this show is a guy who is an accountant and an expert who's going to make it clear for us, like what all this is about. His name is Farhan Haji. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. My name is Farhan Haji Askar. In short way, Farhan Ismail. Thank you for your welcoming and to CBA TV.
You're so welcome to CBA TV. We are happy to have you, especially on this particular show, Money and Technology. So who is Farhan?
I'm a Farhan. I born in Hargeisa, and I have studied in here also. I have been working for an accountant like 3 years for now. I have studied in here at Badr International University, where I was studying the university. Also, I was practicing accounting for a local company that was owned by my father. So since my young, I was loving to be an accountant, or maybe to be, in short way, in the business environment. And while I was in the university, I also studying as online courses like Coursera, where I got some of certificates from there.
So other than just studying, going physically to the university, you also gained knowledge online?
Yeah, online. I also studying on online, some courses like that. Or maybe when I have facing for a problem from a teacher, sometimes you may not understand deeply what this mean. So I have to search by myself to go and self-study in short way. In Coursera also they provide courses in that part. And alhamdulillah, now I am a finance manager for one of international institutes in Hargeisa, Somaliland, Qalam Educational and Technical Center. Qalam Educational and Technical Center is institute that provides English language under the foreign teachers and also some of technical courses. I have been working for there like 1 year and a half now, and as an accountant. And alhamdulillah, I have achieved something and something capable.
That's wonderful. That's a great story. Like, your journey looks to have been very wonderful so far. And are there good universities here that train accountants? Do you feel like, other than if you do not go to the online way, like gaining more knowledge online, would you have been a qualified accountant even with just basic university knowledge?
Definitely, our university, when it become for the art studies, they are good at that part. Maybe the people, they can say something from the science part, but in accounting part and other arts, they are good at that part. Like the university that I have graduated, it was good at for that part. And it's depending on the matter of the student, how he want to be, and the more interesting that you're having to study this aspect. So the matter of you are feeling love to study this deeply in part, you can learn from that. But definitely we need more training. The students that under the system until now, they need more practical in the outside, like to work as a volunteer in some of companies that exist in our country, Somaliland. So I hope some of the universities, they also practice like that part, but not in art. They also do like engineering. When the students learn the engineering part, they will go their part-time to some of construction companies to practice what they have learned, but not our part. So I think we need, the country also need more accountants.
So you, first of all, you must have the passion. You must want to be an accountant, because accounting, like CPA, is not an easy course. I have heard of many people who drop out after doing CPA 2, like they don't proceed. So you must have a passion and the willingness to study accounts. So what is accounts? What's the difference between accounts and finance?
Of course, accounting and finance, there is a difference. Accounting is just focus on daily, day-to-day cash flow, the money in, the money out, in the company or the institution. Well, the financing is the bundle term of assets, what you have for assets, the liability, and it's also planning for the growth for the company. So that's the difference between them. And just the accounting is more talking about when it become daily transactions, but financing is talking about the way forward for the business. Is the way you can see from there.
So accounting is more of like keeping record.
Yeah, keeping record for money in, money out for the company or the institution. Well, the financing is the talking about the management of the company, the planning for the company, the way forward, and how the business is going to be, and something like that.
Is it important that a company or an institution or a business to have an accounting department? And why is it important that you must have an accounting department in any business?
Yeah, of course. Any business needs accountant. Like the large companies now exist when there was a small. If they was not having an accountant, they may not have achieved what they have got today. So however your company is small, you need accountant. Even if you can take yourself to be an accountant, or you can take some courses in accountant, then you can do it by yourself. But you need an accountant. Accountant is very important, and it play essential role for the business. It's the way that you can go forward. A progress, when you want to make a progress in your business, is the way that you can forecast in the future. And also the finance and accounting, they are very important. They take very important in the matter of making the business successful. Something like that. So we need an accountant in everywhere, in every part. So it have a lot of importance. The accounting has a lot of importance in the finance, in the business. If you know that the company, they operate money. So if they do not manage, they do not control that flow of cash money, so may do not control in their business later. So that means if you control today your cash flow for your money, that means you can control your business in the future. And that's very important. And when they are talking about the purpose of accounting and finance and the importance, there is some difference too. Like managerial accounting and financial accounting. Managerial accounting always focus and always talk about more deeply the internal planning and for the business, managing for the forward, going for forward, moving for forward, forecasting. Sometimes maybe the business in what we call financial rat race. Financial rat race means, or rat race in short way, means that your business having financial problem. Maybe you're not having what you want to do.
Like enough capital.
Maybe you're not having a more capital, or the owner's equity, you're not having a lot of there. So that means you need a managerial accounting that can escape from that rat race and goes you out until you'll be a successful business in your aspect. On the other hand, the financial accounting is just for past, what have been recording for what happened in the past. It's like in months or maybe in a year. That month what happened. So the financial accounting is including like income statement. So you can know income statement whether you lost, whether you gain. Yeah, you can know from there. So it's also including that part, the balance sheet that you talked from now before. And also it's including like the cash flow is there. So that part. In also accounting is very important when it become transparency between maybe the top managers of the business and at the middle or the managers. Or we can say like
shareholders.
The board of directors, shareholders. The shareholders, they will give the accountants the work to record every daily transactions what is going in the business for like that. So accounting will make everything clear. That when shareholders will come, they will know what's going on, and maybe they also can assume what's coming for in the future.
And I also think if I am an investor, before investing in a business, I'd like to know
of
how
course.
is it performing.
Of course.
I don't want to put my money in a losing company.
Of course. You need like, you'll say, I need your financial reports in the past. I need to invest in your business, or maybe I wanted to take a share in your business. So I need what you have and passed through before. So when you get from there, you can know, can you invest this company, or you can leave it
and look for another
one. Still is better. So it's very important to make a financial reporting. It's also increasing the development. It's also develop the strategy of the company. So that means if you fail this month or if you fail this year, you have to improve the next year. So you can learn from there. It's very important to be an accountant in every part of the business.
For the sake of maybe my mother who is selling meat in the market, or my brother who is hawking tea in the streets of Hargeisa, do they need to keep a record of their money? And maybe they cannot afford to hire an accountant.
Of course, that part, I have said before, they have to make like, in the accounting in the past year, there was usually like just bookkeeping. So they can make like bookkeeping, or if they cannot capable to buy something like computer to keep their documents, they can make like just one book to keep their records, what they have in, what they have gone. So in our maybe parents, they were not having like that part, but it is very essential to be and record what you gain, what you loss. It's very important.
So accounting is not only for big companies.
Yeah, it's not only big companies. It's also for small businesses. So that means even if you are not capable for paying salary for the accountant, you have to do by yourself. How to know and how to learn what you have passed through it before in your past.
So what are the basic principles, like the basic principles of accounting?
Of course, the bracelet has principles. The principles of accounting is the rules and the guidelines that the company must follow when they are preparing their reporting data, financial reporting data. When they are making for that, they must to follow. So there is a difference, or maybe we can say the accounting principles is differ from one country to another. So that means in the community of US, like if we take like a sample, they use what we call a general accounting accepted principle, GAAP. They use that one. So that means every country may have its own principles to apply, or maybe you will see, you can say what my business is going to be, like which principle can I take. And there is a lot of other principles, but it's very important to follow one of these principles. It's depending on your country, it's depending on your business. You have the choice to choose, maybe that America, you can choose that one, or maybe you can choose another things for that part.
How about ethics as an accountant? What are the basic ethics as an accountant that you need to observe because I don't think an accountant should go out ululating and telling everybody this company is doing bad.
Yeah, of course. Accountant and doctors, some part there, little bit similarity between them. An accountant must have not tell anybody what is going on for this business is working. And the doctor is also will not have tell anybody else what this patent he made today is having. So that means in accountant, you have to know how to keep the secrets, how to keep your business secrets. You have, and also an accountant, you need to be like a more transparent person, very open. You have to be like that. So the people will not suspect you. Will say that and this man is keep quiet, maybe he's hiding something. So everything is to be clear. And when you are meeting maybe like the board of directors or maybe the shareholders, you have to give them clear information. Sometimes the accountant, they may have problem with the audit. There's what we call audit that run after an accountant. Maybe in a year, you can call external auditing. So he will go deeply what you have passed through, and he will say, this accountant was like that, this accountant was bad, or this was good man or good women. So that means as an accountant, you have to be a transparent person, you have to be a very open person, and you have to be like very honest. Is the best to be.
The way we used to do accounting long time ago has changed now because there's the digital technologies that are coming up, and I'm sure you guys no longer use a pen and a paper to do your maths and to keep records in a file or in a book. So what are the softwares that you guys are using nowadays, and where are you storing the data?
Of course, what we was using in the past time as an accountant is different from what we are using now. And before we were using like bookkeeping, and it's also difficult to make backup the past 3 months. Only the past 3 months you cannot make a backup for that one. Because it was manual, it was difficult to look back or glance back what you have passed through. But now the accountants use softwares. Like the most one that I have seen Somaliland people they use is QuickBook. There is other softwares that they use like Tally accounting software, like Suhu, like FreshBooks. There's a lot of software accounting softwares, but the technology made the accountant's job very easier. Maybe in the past time is also difficult. Is how you have to be in a book on the book every time or every minute, how to record the transactions that's going on in your business. But now you can easily record. And of course, the technology have improved a lot. They have improved a lot. Like now you can use and you can compute or you can store your data in clouds, or maybe you can in the computerized system, so that you can store, that you can record, that you can in your daily transactions and every day. So the technology have made easier for that part. It have made easier for to record or maybe to look back, or when you are making budgeting. So the company always made budgeting for the end of the first of the month. So how to know what they are going to do for this month. So the company, they have to look back what they have passed through in the past. So is the technology also made for that one easier? You just everything is computerized. You just look back what you have passed through, what have you gained that month, have you lost for that month. You can know easily for that one. And it's also easy wherever in the world you are. Maybe you are a businessman or you are a businesswoman and you are not in your country. Or maybe you are not in your business center. You are in another country. And when your accountant is using and putting the things in the cloud, you can easily follow up or run after where you are in the world. And so of course, the technology made the accountant very, very easy. Very easy.
So does it mean that a company to function, all they need is a laptop and the knowledge, and they no longer need physical offices? And an accountant does not need even a physical office, because if you have the laptop, you don't need to carry books, you don't need shelves to store files. Does that mean that we no longer need accountants who are fully in the office?
Of course, some companies now they use a robot as an accountant, and computer is the one putting what's going on and in there. But you may need office to keep like voices, to keep like memos, to keep like the purchase and invoices, maybe solid invoices. So you may need office to keep and shelves to keep that. But it's not more important to be. What's important is to be on the computer. And like every single action what is happening, it have to be computerized. Digitalize it, of course. Digitalize it, everything. I guess.
Okay. Now, because we want to have a generation of good businessmen, and especially Somalis, they are known to be good in business. Even Somali women are very good in business. How do we nurture our children and the future generation to be good accountants, to keep good records of every single coin that they have?
And of course, we need, definitely we need our children to grow as an accountant minded, or we can say like financially minded. And the parents are the one who is responsible for them to do this, because there's no school, like when I'm talking like in Somaliland, that study our children what is money or the financial education. And of course the parents, they may not say, they may say, why my child is very young, is not qualified, but that's not important, because there's no degree for finance. But that means your child needs to be financially minded when they are young. So you can make them like telling them the difference between what they need and what they want. So because a difference between a need and want. So that means what is necessary to have. The child must know when he is young what is necessary to have and what is necessary nice to be, or what's nice to be to have, something like that. So that means the child, when he is young, he will understand, do you need this necessarily, or it's nice to be to have this? So in that aspect, the child will grow to keep your money or save your money somewhere. That means he will be attention, he will be paying attention to put whatever he got in somewhere, and later he can invest. So the parents are the one who are taking that responsibility to teach their children more educational, more financial education. So advising with the parents having the children, before the child arrives like 15, you will tell him how to keep the money, how to be an accountant, like accounting money, something like that. So, but you are giving your child money, anyhow. That means you are gambling your child. Of
like
course.
you're spoiling them.
Yeah, you are spoiling them in their future. But if you teach them how the money works and what the money is, that means you teach them in their future what they are going to be.
What's your advice to young people out there who have not joined university? Would you tell them that accounting or finance is a good career, like they should take it up and pursue it and become accountants? Is it a good choice?
Of course, it's a good choice. If you have known, if you have studied like in the financial in your university, that's good. But if you not get the chance to study an accounting, I have advising you for guys like something to be just practice. Accounting is for just practice. I said before, no degree for finance. Like if you have been working in the system like years, you can learn from there. So I am telling them, advising them, recommending them, and to be like financially minded, first of all. Because our schools now, they teach our children how to be a salary waiters, how to be just workers, but they do not teach how to be a billionaire, or maybe how to be a business minded that has owner of the company. So I'm telling them that no more going to, it's not important. It's important, but if you miss that opportunity, you can learn also from outside.
Well, thank you so much for making time to come to CBA TV.
Thank you so
We will invite you again for another topic, because we need to know how to manage our money. Be it at home, be it at business, like we all need money and we need to keep it safe. So thank you so much, our viewers, for watching Money and Technology. From us here at CBA TV, have a wonderful day.